Hi viewers, welcome back, and of course, thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television. It's Friday, 27th June, and we are into the sporting segment. So this morning, we're going to be talking to the Mason Hall Police Club, and it's all about their Under-20 Community Football Tournament. The final, it takes place this Sunday. In the community of Mason Hall. And on set with me this morning, I have the man in charge of that Mason Hall Police Club, Mr. Dexter Edwards. And I also have a manager. Sometimes he's a cricketer, Mr. Kevon Edwards. And of course, also Miss Lindsay, Krystal Lashley, manager of Goodwood. So we have Goodwood and we have Mason Hall in the final, Mr. Edwards.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's talk about the league first before I get to Lindsay and Edwards about bantering who's gonna win the final and all these different things. Just tell me about the league itself.
Okay. One of the the major concept behind the league is really getting young persons engaged, right? And we wanted it to be more community focused. That was the key thing about it. Again, this camaraderie in the community. What I also heard is the first time that that our community league has just catered for under-20 for youth. Yeah,
even TFA, I can't think Tobago Football Association when I've had a youth-oriented league, and normally it's for seniors. So as someone in sports, this is the first time I'm actually hearing of a under-20 community league in that sense. So kudos to the Mason Hall Police Club.
Right, and the thing is, a number of teams wanted to get involved, but based on resources and something, we could only cater for like 8 teams this time. So we had them in 2 groups. And to actually spread it out in the communities, we had games catered for Table Peace in Lescato and Codler Hall to spread it out. So we didn't want to be celebration and hold everything in Mason Hall, right? Unfortunately, Codler Hall field couldn't facilitate the game, so the games was actually played at Lescato and Mason Hall, right? And I have to thank the teams for the overwhelming interest. Right, we had no problems in getting the 8 teams that we were actually looking for, right? And what is great is that we have seen the positives of the tournament because we have seen a lot of school coaches coming and watching the league to look at their players.
Scouting.
Right, yeah, and also looking at how their players were developed. I think from listening, to all the comments, it also gave these school boys a little practice before the actual school league coming up. Yeah. And it was really great, to see these guys in their own space, among their own selves, competing together. It was really nice. And from the start to now, we have seen the growth. And what's amazing to me is that they were actually traded. A lot of times, sports in Tobago, team just show up and play. But these guys were actually training. So, it shows that, there's other positives that actually came out of the tournament.
Yeah, and who are the 8 teams?
Okay, it was Goodwood and Mason Hall were in the finals now.
We'll get to this.
Right, we have Golden Lane and we have Northside Combined Rising Stars. They are in the 3rd place playoff also on Sunday. We also had Codler Hall. I can't remember those 5. Patience Hill, Mount St. George. Yeah, I think those.
So we're basically village teams, not just clubs,
communities,
not clubs, but teams coming from a village and participating.
You must come from a community.
From a community, and what 11 aside, what
10 aside.
10 aside.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have to be under 20 to participate.
Yes.
Any females involved or just strictly?
No, strictly males.
Strictly males.
And what was also interesting that we were actually looking at giving them as much exposure as possible. So we had actually approached the national under 20 coach to give the MVP in the league opportunity for trials, with the national team. So everything we do, we always look at, the best positives actually coming out of the initiative.
Right. And then tell me about the format. How did you arrive at Goodwood and Mason Hall at the finals?
Okay, we had the 8 teams in 2 groups. Alright, so the top 2 teams in each groups after the preliminary round would contest the semi-finals. So Goodwood and Mason Hall were the eventual winners in the semi-final.
Fantastic. And Edwards, manager of the Mason Hall team, the home team. Let's tell me about how have you been enjoying the tournament and Mason Hall's road to the finals?
Yeah, the tournament was good. I don't want to say easy to some. We had like an easy breeze shooting.
Easy. Who did you play against in your matches?
It was Goodwood, Castor, and Codler Hall.
Right. And unbeaten?
Yeah, unbeaten so far.
Right, so you've been enjoying the play. And just tell me your thoughts about this initiative, because you play senior football, right? And I mean, tell me about this initiative by the Mason Police Club to have this youth tournament.
Well, for me, it's a very good initiative because we see a lot of development. We see a lot of youths excited about looking forward to this tournament for the coming years, because you have young players, all 14, 12 years, asking, so when I keeping the next year I could play. So it's seen that it have youths interested in coming up in this tournament.
Yeah, fantastic.
So for the future of football,
yeah,
I feel it's a very good initiative, and it's something to look forward to in the future.
Yeah, and what are your expectations on Sunday?
Yeah, my expectation is to go out and beat Goodwood as bad as we can and walk away the trophy and the prize. Well,
I want to bring Lindsay in this one time. So Lindsay, I'm sure you have heard that comment there from Mr. Edwards. I mean, they are coming to beat Goodwood bad, and Goodwood representing that is north side, that is east. You're representing the east, Lindsay. Just give me your thoughts on the tournament and your road to the finals as well.
So hi, good morning, Tobago. So first of all, I just want to make a correction. So the surname is Lashley, Krystal Lashley.
Sorry.
Yes, no problem. So in terms of the tournament, thus far, I must say that I am really proud of the young fellas that actually came out and showed interest. And as I said before, I would have made mention, they are really, how to say it, like in terms of we're trying to develop them holistically, in getting them not really into the sporting aspect only, but trying with every other aspect that we should, I think that we should, more or less, yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and how confident are you guys going into Sunday's final?
As I will have mentioned, we are pretty confident in the aspect of, we had a little, before when we would have played Mason Hall, I was saying that they shouldn't have beat us, but again, football is a game.
So Mason beat us already?
Yeah, so in the group, as Mr. Edward would have mentioned,
yes,
right? So we both were in the same group, which is Group A.
Right.
And we would have topped, and then we would have beat somebody from the team in Group B. I think that was Golden Lane, in order to reach to the finals. So again, we are here battling again with Mason Hall.
So what can we expect differently from Goodwood going into this final match? Because I mean, group stages, they're trying to qualify for the semi-finals. I know you are in the finals. I mean, are you guys going to do something differently? Or I mean, you don't have to say it on air, but I mean, what differently are you guys going to do to get the better of Mason Hall, obviously at home?
Well, what I will say is that as Mr. Edward would say, on Mason Hall on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. be there to witness, and we shall see who will take the crown. Because I'm saying football is a game, we know that there's play on the day.
Yes.
Right? So it all depends. Yeah. And I am not more or less frightened with my boys. They are more than well capable. And I will be behind them full 100. And as I say, we will see.
So who can the public look forward to see on the Goodwood team? I mean, who are some of your leading players?
So we have Mr. Israel Mundy. We have also Jonah Mundy. We have Antonio Murray. Those are some of our top scorers thus far, including Mr. Julian Andrews and Hassani Robley.
Fantastic. I mean, and as somebody dealing with young people, you know, sometimes they can be very hard to deal with. I mean, how has that been for you in terms of organizing the team, mobilizing, getting them from Goodwood to Mason Hall, what's a nightly basis, nighttime the matches played?
Morning, afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah. How has that been for you in organizing and mobilizing?
In terms of organizing the boys, that is not hard. They really look forward for this. They're really excited. Coming together is the easy part for them.
Yeah.
What was a lot ticklish, more or less, was the transportation-wise to organize, to get these young men to Mason Hall and on time and following the rules. You know, for them to be there at least half an hour before the games, to be ready and so forth. It was a little bit challenging because, as we would have said, we don't have access to transportation. We would have used members from the Police Youth Club, who would have more or less volunteer to transport, right? So sometimes we may be going on a van back ride. Some of them we have been, you know, the carpooling, that's far,
Yeah, and I expect the whole of Goodwood to be there on Sunday to support the Goodwood youth. I mean, and Kevon as well. I mean, you didn't have all that challenge. You just had to walk to the ground.
Yeah, well, I had few challenges in the aspect as after the games I have players from Roxburgh.
Whoa. Right.
And I have players from Plymouth, so I don't make sure they through because I can't lead them on the field. Stranded after the game. So yeah, it was a kind of After the game, I do one tongue. After I take the one.
A real manager boy.
Yeah. Carry the youths behind. I make sure everybody know.
10,000 at stake. I mean, if it so happened that you win the title and $10,000, how are you going to divide this $10,000? Or what are you going to do with $10,000? You're going to start an academy? What are you going to do?
No, well, I wouldn't start an academy because $10,000 carry this academy. So whenever,
buy some
whenever we win, we trade up among the youths and let them get some who are to buy a boots, who are to do this, you know. There's youth, they ain't working, they have people, they look at change in their pocket.
Ah, nice man. I'm excited. As the flyer would have indicated there, Assemblyman Natisha Charles Pantin as a patron of the event. I mean, tell me about her involvement in the event.
Well, I have to say kudos to her.
Right.
Because, she have heard us, talking about the idea and she immediately got interested because she saw the aspect of community and youth involvement. So that was up her alley. So she had no problem, no hesitation in terms of supporting the initiative.
Fantastic. And then as well to wrap, tell me about Sunday's event. I mean, just to have 2 games of entertainment. What can the public expect on Sunday?
Right, so we will have entertainment. It's a little secret. Right, but we definitely have some entertainment. We try to make the event as glorious as possible because we really appreciated the participation of the teams and what they did. Yeah. So we are going to have some exciting things on Sunday.
Yeah, and what time we're starting? Who are the teams playing the third place? And obviously we know Goodwood versus Mason for the final. Who are the teams playing the third place?
So we have Northside Rising Stars, which basically make up of communities from Palative to Lansome and Golden Lane. So they'll be playing Golden Lane in the third place. So that's scheduled to start at 5 p.m. And the finals will start at 7 p.m.
And the venue is?
Elizabeth Dennis Beard Grounds in Mason Hall.
So outside of the team prizes, because I saw 10,000 first prize, any other individual awards to expect as well?
All right, so just to run through the prizes quickly, well, before we got to this stage, there was the knockout competition.
All right, so tell me about that.
So you have to say congrats to me.
So they have easy boy. So you're looking for the double. They're looking for the double.
Yeah, so they have played unbeaten so far. Right. And so they won $3,000 in the knockout. That was a knockout competition.
Did they defeat? Who did the guys defeat in the finals for the knockout?
Castor.
Oh, so Castor didn't make it into the league aspect of things. Right. I mean, home team in what's it's happened.
No, but now because because the league was officiated by the official Tobago Referees Association. So those people may want to say, okay, it might be biased me saying for the shoot club based now is not the case.
This is sport, you'll always get that.
Right, so they have basically played unbeaten and I must say, well, 2 of the better teams in the league had made the finals. We had a very close contest the first time, 2-1.
2-1, right.
Right, so, and I know Miss Lashley secretly strategy
yes. I mean, the good thing is that they would have played each other before. Yes. So obviously they would have gone back to the drawing board, and we should expect a really good final on Sunday.
No, and I'm going to have a very strong team, so it's not going to be no walk as my friend here want to suggest.
I like that. I mean, you have to be confident, right?
Right. And other things we looked at to the games were basically played on Sundays, so there was no stress for the teams, to really get there. Yeah. And the second prize knockout was $1,500 in the league. The top prize is $10,000. The second place is $6,000. $4,000 for the third place and $2,000 for the fourth place.
Good funds, man. Good funds.
Right.
And they had to pay to register?
Yes.
Okay.
It was minimum.
The
main thing in this competition was really youth engagement. Yes, so it was very minimum. I think it's the cheapest league in Tobago.
So, but already you have impacted because 8 teams and how many players they had to register?
All right. I think some teams have as much as 25, 26 players.
So, 25 by 8. That is, I mean, close to 160, 170 players in total. Young players participating in a league. Against their peers, because we have seen in the senior competition, we have had young players playing with big men. Yes. And it's good to see that we have a youth-oriented competition. And you mentioned that you had players from all over Tobago, Roxborough and all them different places. So it bringing communities together, if you want to put it that way.
Right. Well, what we did, to make it easier for some of the communities is that we allow them to have the maximum 5 outside players.
Oh, that's
so. But the core of your team from
your community.
Yeah, okay. So they will allow that the maximum 5 players from outside the community.
Yeah. Community engagement. I mean, fantastic work by the Mason Hall Police Club. I mean, what else have you guys been up to?
All right, to mention that, well, we competed in the entries national junior championships. That's in track and field last weekend.
Yeah.
And we came 5th out of 49 clubs.
Right.
So we are proud of that.
Top 10.
All right. Next weekend, we are actually having our annual sports in Trinidad. We had to go to Trinidad to Hazy Crawford Stadium. This time, so it's very challenging.
Right. But it's going to be an experience as well.
Yes. We appreciate challenges. Because, the Dry Talk Stadium right now is not track and field friendly, so we have to actually go to Trinidad.
Yeah.
The following weekend, we are actually going on an athletic tour to Curacao.
Right.
So it's 3 weekends back to back.
Right.
So it has its challenges.
Yeah.
And all of them involve, major funding and so on.
So this trip is to participate, or just a nice relaxing trip for the...
No, it's not relaxing at all, because we are actually going to compete in an athletic meet that will facilitate, teams from all over the Caribbean. Some are as fast as like Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of teams that's going to be involved in that competition.
Fantastic, and good luck there as well. And before we go, Kevon, I mean, any final word you want to shout out to our sponsor? You want to rally up your supporters come out on Sunday?
And I just want to encourage all the communities to come out, even the teams that didn't make it to the finals or the semi-finals.
Right.
I still hope to see them on the day.
Yeah.
Come on, support, see how the league ends.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone that supported the Mason Hall next gen team so far.
Yeah.
All the sponsors. I also want to say best of luck to Goodwood on the day. A fair, clean game.
Yeah.
And when we come out and have fun.
Wait, I didn't shout out your players. I mean, what's one of the players we should look forward to from on Mason Hall's team?
Well, it have the captain, Mr. Kendall, Kylan Devines. It have Jelani Johnson, Varel Wilson. They have Daviel Thomas, with another Spongy.
Spongy, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah. The goalkeeper, Nayoni Walker, he's a Castara man.
Castara all the time.
Yeah. So, it have a very, it have my top leading goal scorer so far, Malik Wilson.
How many goals he's on?
I think it's 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. A well put together team. And Mr. Lashley, I mean, any final words? I mean, you could be brave and say you're going to mince him up. You're going to mince him up on Sunday.
So as my colleague would have said before, I just want to say all the best to Mason Hall. Must say congratulations and all the best to all the teams that participated. Trust me, they did a really good job for the young people. And also I just want to take this time to say thanks to our sponsorship such as JW Sports Store right on Port Mall here. We have Mr. Jeffrey Hazard, we have Miss Dani Job, we have Akani's Otto. We must say thank you so much, and we look forward to you guys to come out and support us on Sunday, and let's see who will take the trophy.
Fantastic. And Dexter, before you go, any final word?
No, don't just say it. She's very quiet. Trust me, she's quietly confident.
She's confident. I get the feeling as well.
Right, but I mean, for our first time, I really want to thank the members of the club who would have really, gotten behind this process to make it very efficient. We really have to say thank you to the Tobago Football Referees Association. They have done a fantastic job. You know what I mean? So we have to really say kudos to them too. I don't know, a league like this couldn't run without sponsors.
Yes.
So of course, Assemblyman Miss Natisha Charles Pantin is the major sponsor of the tournament.
Fantastic.
But we also had assistance from EA Integrity Construction Limited. Devines Plumbing, they are located at
Devines, I know Devines. Yes.
Right, and we had Independence Hardware Store, Georgia Boys.
Yes.
Right, and Double B Grocery.
Yes.
In government household. So they were the major sponsors who assisted in helping out with this tournament. And I must have to thank all the teams, the interest that they showed coming at the time and so on. We really have to thank them. And going forward, the prospects is very great. I mean, a lot of people just like the idea. They see that something new and something very positive. So God's play life, we look forward to next year.
Yeah, fantastic. And I want to say thank you guys so much for being here this morning. And I want to wish both teams all the best on Sunday. And, who will walk away with the $10,000? I mean, $10,000, it could be Christmas in July or June, Christmas in June for Kevon. I mean, and I'm happy that you mentioned, I know, give the youngsters a little change. Buy a little shoe, buy a little jersey, it's summertime in that sense. So good luck to you guys and Mr. Dexter again. Wonderful initiative. Keep up the good work with the Mason Hall Police Club. So viewers, you've been chatting there with the Mason Hall Police Club. It's all about their Under-20 Community Football League final this Sunday in Mason Hall. It's going to be Goodwood taking on the home team Mason Hall. Where will you be? One place to be on Sunday in Mason Hall. Who will walk away with $10,000? I think I'm going to be there to get 500 from Kevon or from Krystal Lashley. But guys, thank you so much for staying tuned. Don't forget, on the other side of the break, we have Miss Chanel Felix with Good Morning Tobago. But of course, do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live.